In this super connected world we live in, it can really feel like we're juggling two different lives, our physical one and our digital one. And if you've ever felt that digital tide just kind of pulling you away from the present moment, you are definitely not alone. So we're going to break down a really simple but powerful technique to help you drop anchor and ground yourself right here, right now.
So, does this look familiar? I mean, you pick up your phone for just a second, and then poof, 45 minutes are just gone. You've been totally lost in this sea of updates, notifications, and videos. You're caught in that trance, right? The endless scroll, where time just seems to melt away.
And here's the thing, the real cost of that lost time, the deeper we get into our screens, the more we lose touch with the world that's literally right in front of us. We miss the little details, the sounds, the simple feeling of just being where we are. So, how do we get back?
Well, the solution isn't about throwing your phone away. Not at all. It's about having a simple, powerful tool that can act like an anchor, giving you a way to mindfully come back to the present moment anytime you want.
And that tool? It's the 5 senses exercise. The whole purpose is incredibly simple, to help you make a deliberate, conscious shift in your attention. You're not trying to fight the digital world, you're just choosing to fully show up in the physical one, using the senses you already have.
And this really lays out the difference, doesn't it? The digital world is so abstract. It's just a constant stream of information and pings. But the physical world? It's tangible. It's rich with real sounds, distinct objects you can actually see, and textures you can feel. This whole exercise is about tuning back into that richness.
Okay, so how does it actually work? Let's get into the practical how-to guide. We're going to walk through the super simple 5-4-3-2-1 method that makes this practice so effective and, honestly, really easy to remember.
And there it is, the whole roadmap. It's just a simple countdown using your 5 senses. We're going to start with 5 things you can see, then 4 things you can feel, 3 you can hear, 2 you can smell, and finally 1 thing you can taste. This structure is your guide to pull your awareness, step by step, out of the screen and back into your body. Let's break each one down.
All right, first up, sight. And look, this isn't about just glancing around. It's about really noticing. Pick 5 things in your room. Could be a pen, a plant, a coffee mug. Actually look at its color, its shape, the way the light hits it. See it as if you've never seen it before. You can feel how different that is from just staring at a screen, right?
Okay, next up, let's move to touch. What are 4 things you can physically feel right now? Maybe it's the solidness of the chair you're sitting on, or the texture of your shirt. It could be the cool air on your skin, or even just the weight of your feet on the floor. This step really grounds you in your body. Now, just listen. What are 3 distinct sounds you can identify? Try to pick out one that's close by, like the hum of your computer, and maybe one that's far away, like traffic or birds outside. Notice the quality of these sounds, their pitch, their rhythm. It's a whole world away from a simple notification ping.
Next up is smell. And this is a big one, because it's a sense we pretty much switch off when we're zoned into a screen. Can you identify 2 different scents? It could be the faint smell of coffee, or a book, or just the air in the room. Don't worry if they're subtle. The act of just searching for them is the practice.
And finally, number 1, taste. Bring your attention to one thing you can taste. This might be the leftover flavor of your last coffee, or just the neutral taste of your own mouth. Just notice how immediate that sense is. It brings your awareness directly inside your body, and it really completes that anchor to the present moment.
Okay, so you've got the steps down, but the big question is, how do you turn this simple technique into a real, consistent habit? Let's talk about how to make it stick.
But before we dive into the tips, this is so important to remember. This is not a test. There is no right or wrong way to do this. If you can't find a distinct smell, that's totally fine. The goal is simply to notice what is or isn't there without any judgment at all. So how do we make it a habit? Well, here are some great tips. The moment you catch yourself in that mindless scroll, use that feeling as your trigger to start the 5-4-3-2-1. Or use it as a regular break from your screen, like a mental stretch. You could even set a reminder for 3 p.m. every day. And maybe most importantly, just notice how it makes you feel. What's the effect afterward?
All right, let's zoom out for a second and look at the big picture here. Because this isn't just a clever trick to get you off your phone. It's about reclaiming something way more fundamental, your awareness and the power of being truly present.
I love this idea. Think of your attention like a muscle. Every single time you do this exercise, it's like doing a rep. You're strengthening that connection to the present moment. And bit by bit, you're weakening that automatic, reflexive pull of digital distraction.
And you know what's maybe the best part of all? It is completely portable. You don't need any special equipment or a quiet room. You can literally do it anywhere. On a crowded bus, at your desk, in line at the grocery store. It's a mindfulness tool that's always with you, right when you need it the most.
So it all comes down to this one question. At the end of the day, this whole practice is about choice. Technology is always going to be there, fighting for your attention. But you have the power to decide where you focus. So I'll ask you, right now, in this moment, where will you choose to place your awareness?